Back again, guys. So in the last video, we watched with you and I, we watched how people were leaving America, because of what's going on right now, the cost of living. But in this video, I'm going to tell you and show you some footage of people who are thinking coming back to America. Let's watch this.
Yeah, it's all fine and good, but this is what living abroad looks like. A lot of the time, it's shitty and lonely and scary and exhausting.
I thought you guys want to leave America. What's going on? What's going on? I thought people were so exhausted with America. They want to... Oh, so is there any problem? I'm just waiting for the ads to finish. All right, we'll go back to the video. All right. So I thought people were just, complaining. Now people are thinking of coming back. Let's go.
And there are a lot of people on here who will say, I just moved here and it's great. And that is true. It's better than America, whatever it is. But there's also a lot of really shitty parts. My daughter was just here for 3 weeks. She left this morning to fly back to go to school. And I miss her already. And I don't have my good friends, my friends who know me here to support me in this moment. And it sucks. So I'm missing my family and my friends. And I've been here 18 months. It's not like I'm new. I don't know why I'm posting this. I hate when people post crying on the internet, but I just want people... I've had a large influx on my FYP of either Americans that are moving abroad, planning to move abroad, have already moved abroad, and there's a lot of us. And there's a lot of reasons to want to move abroad, and I get that America is not a safe place for a lot of people right now.
Nowhere on the globe right now is safe. Nowhere. Go to the deepest end of China, you name it. People are living to Poland. You know what? I'll give you an example. A country like Poland is the most safest country, right? But do you know why? Because they have soldiers at the border who are ready to kill anybody coming. If you want peace, get ready for war. It's
but it's just, you need to know the reality of how mentally hard it is to start over. It's exciting, but it's also some really shitty days. So
there are advantages of being in your home country,
like everywhere, America, we have dangerous places. Go to South Africa, Joburg, really dangerous places, a beautiful place. Go to, you name it, Jordan, Ethiopia, dangerous places. So not Somalia, but right.
People, the way things work, even though things are changing right now all over the world, kind of constantly everywhere. But realistically, you kind of know how to operate within your own country. So you have to consider all of that. Also, there can be political instability. Again, remember back a few years ago, everything that was going on, and with the rising tensions that continue, you really just don't know what can ever happen. So you have to take all those things into consideration. And then you have to think about economically as well. What do you plan to do to provide for yourself and your family? Even people that are digital nomads, we all know things can change overnight. You can't always fully rely on
internet. Simple. A lot of entitled people right now, they are just because you make some money on internet. Although, yes, like I said, $2,000, the minimum of just you starting YouTube right now. I manage 3 people. Reason why I'm studying myself, because I was so tired to see people paying me less to manage their channel while they make 60 times what they are paying me, but that's not the case. But all right, you guys are watching me, but I'm like, no, I need to make. I have all these great ideas. I'm watching the people, and I'm telling them what to do. They do it, and I see progress. I see things going on, but that doesn't mean that you are free. You can just travel the world, but something can happen in some countries. Maybe the bank might not, they might block your money. I don't know. Let's say Dubai. If you go there to Dubai too, it's one of the greatest. I've never been there, by the way, but as far as I know, if you want to invest there, there is a certain way our money moves. You know what I mean? You just don't move like that. You just don't decide to move and take all the money. No, especially if you have a business there. So you still need to be aware of certain rules and certain, moves that you need to consider before moving to another country. Although you are a digital creator, perfect, but you still need to do your research. And that can also, in some countries, they don't have, you can tell on other platform, they don't allow certain countries to receive, let's say, I think it's Thailand or India, they don't have TikTok. I think one of the countries, they don't have TikTok. What? So if I'm a TikToker, I decide to live there. So I don't think it's Thailand, but it's one of the, countries up there. It's crazy.
Come wherever you are getting it from, whether you are self-employed or not. And that's a risk that we all take. But again, hopefully you have some savings if you are going abroad, because in the event that your income does stop, it may be a little bit more difficult to find another job wherever you are. So take all that into consideration. Again, especially if there is a language barrier, if you don't speak the language. These are all very realistic situations that you could find yourselves in. But
Sure, I'll be
True.
at 5 a.m.
100% true. Do your research, learn the language before going there. Also, one thing that I'm going to tell you guys, take advantage.
nevertheless,
I want you to take advantage because you let's say if you did a little bit of college or you have expertise or you have how can I say, some experience in certain field, use that, because in some countries, knowing that you're coming from America, you went to Stanford University, bro, they would take you with that respect because they think that you spend that much. They didn't even know that you still have some student loan to pay back, which is something that I didn't know, by the way. I thought that you just come here to greatest university, you get approved. By the way, African are so smart too. They get approved, but they don't know that they know how to pay that along. I mean, that's another story. But use your degree, go up there and start working. Some countries they are looking for expert doctors. Some some fields like some technological stuff. If you did computer, they will take you and they will give you the job and even a housing, health and everything. Some countries even security. I have a friend. She was doing her intern in Uganda. I think Uganda or something. They paid everything for her, literally everything. And she got hired to work there for 2 years. Everything was paid. Everything. Her job was just going. All the money was already in the bank every month. That's how she's living around. I think now she's outside. She's, I think, traveling around Australia or something. Take advantage of that. Don't just go and just, I'm a digital creator. Yes, that can work, but not for a very long time.
a lot of people are moving overseas.
A few days ago, I did a post about what I'm doing to try to reduce the costs in my home. And I asked people what they were doing, partly because I thought it would help us share ideas with one another. But the amount of comments on that post where people are saying, I feed my children and I don't eat, or I eat every third day.
Oh, my bad.
Or I'm eating one meal a day, or the bare minimum food is a pretty common trend in that post. while we've been watching this situation going on in Gaza, it's happening closer to home too. There are many people here who are literally that food insecure. And I know the whole platform was, oh, there's so much abuse and SNAP and this and that. There are actually people not eating for days here. And I don't think that's getting enough attention. You know, most of us can't see outside of our own situation. We don't understand what it's like to be in that situation. You know, it's a bother to us to be proposed with people that are homeless. It's a bother to us to hear people complain that I'm hungry. But that post was pretty eye-opening to me. I mean, I know there's days when I don't eat a lot, but it's because I want to make things last. It's not because I don't have enough to get to the end of the month. The amount of people on that post that didn't have enough to get to the end of the month, or the ability to grow a garden, or the ability to have access to food, is pretty staggering. There's a lot of people saying, I feed my children and I don't feed myself. I've gotten to the point where I have to eat one meal a day only, or I have to go every other day. This is supposed to be a free, wonderful country, and there's people starving here. I don't care what their circumstance is. In a country this size, with as much money as this country has, people shouldn't be starving.
Here we are again, guys. All this stuff. Fresh veggies, fruit, pizza, eggs, drinks, chicken, snacks, canned goods, pull-ups even, fruit, salads, milk, eggs, juice, freaking pie. So much good stuff.
How much?
98% of active wholesalers
How much was that?
using iSpeed.com.
How much was that? I want to know the price. I want to know the cost of that. Let me see. Okay. And she was showing us where she bought it from. Okay. Oh, food bank.
Essential.
People, run. Run. Go to this place right now. I need to know where it's located.
Look at that food bank. Visit them. They're so nice. Like, don't be ashamed to come feed your family.
There are people that are...
Wow. Let go, people. Where is that? Is it in Florida?
Don't be ashamed to come with them.
It's called what? Central Kids Sub Food Bank. Wow. Bros.
They're so nice. Like, don't be ashamed to come feed your family.
No. I'm going to
There
get
are
that.
people that are starting to notice that they're getting less food for the amount that they're willing to pay at the grocery store.
Right.
Then you have people that already know that they can't afford what they used to be able to afford, and they're cutting back a lot. Mm-hmm. Then you have people that can't afford much at all and are going to food banks. This is a huge problem, and everyone is starting to feel the squeeze if they're not already. And we're at that point where it's like the frog in the pot that's boiling, that everybody's really realizing, hey, we're in trouble here.
It can't be just me who thinks they need to go get a second, third, or fourth job to just be able to afford groceries. I have to buy groceries every 2 weeks. No matter how much I try to cut back, it's still $500-$600, and I'm drowning. It is so stressful. My kids have to eat, my bills have to be paid. Man, I just wish something would give.
Have you been to the grocery store? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I go just about every day, and I'm in shock because everything seems to have gotten more expensive, except for the price of eggs have come down. But everything else is crazy. I mean, since when did chips become $8?
Don't buy it.
$8 for. I looked at the Dorito. I went, $8 for Doritos? Who's doing that, by the way? Yeah, I have no interest in buying chips right now. Chips are basically the same price per pound as steak.
That's crazy.
When did that happen? But
What do you?
it seems to be endless. And now you go and you take $100 bill and it buys nothing.
Nothing.
$100 bill? Oh my God. I can remember when I could come home with the whole thing of groceries for $100. Right now, for $100, you're not getting much of anything. Is it like that where you are? Because the prices just seem to be going crazy. $8 for Doritos? Come on.
Bro, I'm glad that I'm Eloheise Network. My goal is networking, right? I know some food bank in Jacksonville, Florida. I know a food bank. It's a amazing, crazy, expensive restaurant that I went there to do a music video, and all of a sudden the manager saw me, and they said, "No, I was actually talking to them, but I show them some commercials that I do on internet, whatever. So come and do it for us." No worries. I went there. They told me it's a secret. They say, "Well, by the way, after 9 a.m., all the food and everything, we always give them away." You say, "What?" "We always give them away." I'm like, "All right, no worries." In my deep down, I'm like, "No, maybe homeless, homeless will be here." I saw people with BMW showing up to get the food. People with the BMW, bro. BM. I'm not talking about 2008 BM. No. Brand new BM coming and taking the food at around 9 and 11. That was crazy. Do you want this? Like, absolutely. What are you talking about? We had to wait, so they close, and so we can do the commercial inside. We know with the people that we had a skit to do. I'm like, bro, let's do this. And then you want this food? I'm like, come on. What are you talking about? Meats. I gave some to my brothers too, to my cousin. She was surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the food that I just got. Why? Because they're in partnership with Winn-Dixie, blah blah blah. Winn-Dixie, I don't know if Winn-Dixie is like Walmart thing. I don't know if they're closing, but that's how they do it. So they get food from there, and they had all this food. They can't keep up after a while, and before the expiration date, so they need to give them away in a good faith. At 9 a.m., I see people with BMW coming and pick up the food. I'm like, this time is crazy. It's crazy.
Have you guys been to the grocery store lately? Look at that. $7.49 a pound. Do you know that is more than the minimum wage for hamburger meat? Get the cheap one. $6.29 a pound. $6.99. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this for steak. $9.49, and this is flank. $5 for a bag of cookies.
That's crazy.
Look at that. $6.99 for chips. Look at that. You know what I'm noticing as well is everyone is looking at the prices. They're moving the tag and looking at the prices. There's people here just picking up like their one meal after work. What happened to lower groceries on day one? What happened to America first? Because so far, by my count, not only has he not done anything for America, lowering prices, he has raised taxes.
Oh, is he?
Raised the national debt, caused so much grief, and now you have tariffs.
And it'd be one thing if it was just the food prices that were increasing, because people can mitigate that. Hey, let me, cut back a little bit here or there because food's going up and we still want to enjoy the things that we're used to enjoying. But when your rent is going up, when your insurances are going up, when your bills are going up, I mean, we've just talked about the electricity bills lately, and I got my bill for next month now, and it's even more than the last month. Go figure. And I've been cutting back on the lights and everything, but bills are just continuing to go up. So when you're getting squeezed from all ends, and then your food is more expensive as well, something has to give. And people mentally are freaking out already.
Yep.
And it's going to be an issue. I can see it. I mean, the writing's on the wall, you guys. It's not too long before people really start to freak out here.
Everything is so expensive right now, and I don't understand how people aren't talking about it. We don't make enough money. Collectively, we do not make enough money. The price of things are not keeping up with how much we're getting paid. And it's infuriating to me for people to say that people just need to work harder. People need to get different specialized degrees. People need to start.
Specialized what? People in healthcare, we thought that being a doctor or doing something in healthcare will save you. Nothing. Specialized what?
Businesses. That's not the answer. The answer is that billionaires are hoarding wealth. And this system is set up to fail.
Man, State Farm.
Crazy. Crazy. Man. Oh no, man. Oh no.
And I'm just infuriated by it. I can't get ahead. Every month I try to get ahead and I can't get ahead. And I don't know how to cope with that. I don't know how to cope with that. Everything is so expensive, especially in the last 6 months. I can barely get by.
The last 6 months means after the inauguration of the new president.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to retain hope. Am I supposed to get a doctorate so that I can afford a studio apartment? Is that where we're getting to at this point? I don't know what the answer is to this, but it's so bad. And I just wanted to get on here and tell you, if you are experiencing the same thing, you're so not alone. Everything is so expensive and it's infuriating to me.
Food insecurity is going to be a growing problem. The supply chain is already very fragile, and if you're just completely dependent on it, that's an issue. In your grocery store, there's no more than about 3 days worth of food on the shelves. What happens when everybody starts to freak out and buy up all that food if something happens with the supply chain? And even if the supply chain is fine, then the prices of all the foods and goods are going up so much because of the economy, because of the tariffs. I mean, there's a lot of different factors here at play. So, and they've been going up for time. It has not just been because of, the past few months that prices have been going up. Yes, they've gone up a lot more, but they've been going up for a while now, for quite a while.
Well, people are complaining that the prices in grocery stores have gone up, and our president is saying that prices went down. I'm a nerd, okay? Call me a nerd. I have receipts from June 2024 right through today. So we're going to go grocery shopping, and we're going to do some price comparison, and I'm going to show you how more expensive your groceries really are. I live in Howell, New Jersey, which is a suburban neighborhood. Not anything fancy. I'm at ShopRite. I'm not at Trader Joe's. I'm not at Whole Foods.
It's expensive there.
I'm at ShopRite. We buy the same thing every single week, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go shopping. Coffee is one of the biggest I've seen increases. Okay, now here on my receipt, we buy 8 o'clock coffee. I circled it because I used it one other time. Sorry for the blurriness. $9.99. You see that? $9.99. See it now? $17.99. In less than a year. $17.99, $9.99. So it is doubled in price.
coffee is insane. And this is not even a fancy brand like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Let's keep going. All right, I just met a lady here at the meat department who said, horrible, horrible. She can't believe the prices. Chopped meat.
17 cows.
17.46 for 3 pounds of chopped meat. Are you out of your freaking mind? This little package of chopped meat, which is 93% lean, is $7 for that little piece. That could make 2 hamburgers. You're kidding me, right? Let's just take for shits and giggles, let's go over to a roast beef. $11 and for $22. I'm speechless. Here's a beef around.
I always do this by either. What happened? I don't know what's going on. But I always do this. Buying like an old meat so we can do barbecue. Last time I went to buy I think it was a rib and the part of the rib and some meat, $100 at Walmart. And I found myself that I had to do it because I promised the family that I'm going to do it. So just spend $100 for that. I was like, oh, that's crazy. But I remember 4 years ago, I bought it at $62. All right.
$17. Wowza. First of all, this ShopRite is a very, very, very busy ShopRite. Our shelves are not full. Our shelves are not full because we are not buying American beef anymore. Do not buy American beef. Do not buy American beef. This is absolutely awful. A London broil, they're on sale this week. Top London broils are on sale for $5.19. You used to get a London broil on sale for like $2 on sale. Look at this, $23. Oh my God. A London broil, where's the ones that are on sale? They don't even have any on sale. They have these flat things here. Want to do some beef kebabs with vegetables or...
Bro, this is crazy. All right. Man. What's my take on this thing? Prices are insane. You know, prices are going crazy right now in America. Things are not stable. All right. But I'm going to do this. Why? I'm going to ask this. Why the price... Oh, I haven't seen the comment section yet. So let's go to the comment section first. I always like reading real people talking about what they're experiencing. Let's choose a random one. Okay. I get why these folks are bailing, but considering how many people have fled to red states in recent years, so now returning home to California, it's a huge risk moving overseas. Yes, just hoping it works out. I've heard stories of people nest egg running while living overseas. They need no space to go. Think very carefully before jumping into the next. Yes, you just don't travel somewhere with no research because it's cheaper. Sometimes these people are so spoiled. They think that they'll be entitled in other countries. Bro, you'll be deleted. But be careful. Have faith. I've lived in Spain and Germany, and it's not any better than America. Thank you, bro. I traveled in so many places, bro, and I'm telling you, I still believe that America is still the greatest place. Yes, you might have some money living in Poland, Germany. We have families there. Great. Actually, right now, we need to wake up to live in community. Some religious right now, they're living actually in the healthiest place. Why? Because they're living in community. They live in one house. Grandma, grandpa there. 2 families, 3 families. I have a family from Kuwait, a friend of mine. They live in a 4-story building. The grandma and the older folks in the base, in the first floor because they can't, go up and down. And the second floor is the uncles and the family itself. Her dad is a multimillionaire. They live up on the top. The 3-story, like that's how people live. And they save money, but they don't need to save money. Kuwait is the most, they have the higher currency in the world. They have a lot of money anyway, but they live in communities. But us, we always want, like, especially here, people leave it always like, oh, myself. Reason why people, that grandma, she has kid, but she's going to live where? Herself, and she start, depressing and stuff, like even after moving out. That's crazy. All right, let's read this. Okay, have faith. So slower in Spain than the coast of America. So Germany is harder to get to leave, as in a way harder than the bridge in the language. First of the language, so we'll face some barriers, which is normal, but America's still the greatest place, according to me. Well, if you don't trust me, go travel. Go. I've been living in Thailand for 7 weeks now. I'm renting a beautiful new state and the art apartment in the high-rise building in a nice neighborhood. But it has a gorgeous roof garden and it's on 4 hours concierge. Okay, grow great. So my rent is in the equivalent of $900. I'm rolling out on a national health insurance, which is, I don't know what that is. And then so it visited a special cost of equivalent of $5. Okay. The most of prescription medication cost is equivalent to $9, but most prescription medication are about $3. I have I lost a lot of weight without trying, simply from what? Walking around more. And I want you guys to read too. Walking around more. So people are, there is other countries, yes, there is a benefit for you to live outside. If you go in some countries in Africa, because now we are polluted with McDonald's and all that stuff, running so trash. But listen, we still have like natural places, natural food, the hair, like like the breeze is still amazing. Like we still have some natural places. But all that start getting polluted with this, colonization, bro. But all right, I will see you guys in the next one. I see here some comment, great, and amazing. But I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to the gym. After the gym, I'm going to eat a healthy food, and after that, I'll probably go back again and work. Why? Because I can't afford my rent. I can't. Why am I choosing this? But way better than this, because the more you work, you see proud. I mean, that's for another video. But all right, I'm still young anyway, so I need to work until I see what I want to do for the rest of my life. Right now, I have other priorities. Okay, work. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you're new on this channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and do not forget to turn the post notification. And so we are out.